Why? Why do I do it to myself? Why do I like gear so much? I just want to apologise now for any banging you hear or anything like that. It is fireworks sort of season, so people are setting off grenades left, right and centre. But today what we're doing is we're looking at something I bought, and that is the three-legged thing, the three-legged thing Corey Punk tripod. It's their travel tripod. It's an entry-level tripod for them. And I just thought we'd give it a quick look and a quick rundown on what this tripod does and whether it's any good or not. So, what do you get for your money? And it's not an insignificant amount of money for their travel tripod. It's not the most expensive. I think it came in at £165 this, and that's sort of not deemed as particularly expensive for a tripod. However, what do you get for your money? Well, you get this lovely little bag where it comes in. Looks great. It's very nice. Got three-legged thing written on the side of it, which is a pretty cool name anyway. Worth it just for the name, I think. It's got a little strap on it and a cinch cord at the top, basically for you to keep it safe. So when you open it up, you end up with your tripod inside. So let's just get that out. Let's get the tripod out. Okay, so you've got your tripod, and that is your tripod. It is 13 inches long or thereabouts, give or take an inch or a millimetre. No, I'm only kidding, it's about 13 inches long. It's not particularly light, but not particularly heavy either. It weighs 1.5 kilograms as a whole thing. You also get this, it comes with this on it, I've been using it, so it's not on there, but it comes with this little cinch bag which goes over the top of the tripod head. And I assume that that is so that you can keep your tripod head in this little cinch bag if you decide to take it off and put your own head on there. So you get that as well, which is lovely. It's made out of that like sort of sunglasses-y type material, you know, so I'm assuming that if you were caught short in some way, shape or form, you could really make use of that, maybe as a lens cleaner. So yeah, that's what you get. You get this, it's all folded up like this, lovely and nice. It has a 5-section tripod leg. So you've got, this is your first section obviously, then you've got 4 extendable sections on top. So you've got 1 section here, 4 sections that are extendable. I didn't know how I was going to get on with this system that they've got for extending their legs. It's like a locking, twist lock type situation going off. I really like the Manfrotto click lock thing, where you just unclick them all, up it comes, click them all back in. You can do it all sort of one-handed. However, I stand corrected. This is actually really innovative. I really like it. It's got a great feel to it. It's got like a neoprene sort of feel to the handle. There is a little bit of an instruction on one of the tripod legs which tells you which way to unlock it or lock it, and it takes about a quarter, maybe half turn of your hand to unlock an entire tripod leg. It has 3 stages of locking on the legs themselves. You've got like 23 degrees or inches or whatever it is, yeah, degrees, 55 degrees, and I think it's 80 something degrees. So you can have it pretty low, pretty wide out. Total extendable length of this tripod would be 58 odd inches, and it can go down as low as 4 inches off the ground. Now what that does, how you do that is by taking out the centre column and dropping the head onto the actual tripod body itself, and then splaying the legs out as far out as they'll go, and you end up being about 4 inches off the ground, which is pretty cool indeed. So without further ado, let's open it up and let's have a look what it's like. So it has some clicking, as you can hear. That is the tripod legs locking in so they won't lock out. There's a little button at the side here which allows you to unlock them and move them about. So you pull them out like so, and then you have your tripod as it is. It's got these, like I say, these little handles on the side here, these twist locks on the side here, and it's got a twist lock here and a twist lock here. So the twist locks, basically, if I just unlock that, that allows you to drop the tripod, the main center column down, so you can have it down, and you've got like a portion of it sat through the middle. I don't know if you can see that on this camera or not, but you've got a portion of it sat here. It's got a ball head on it, which is Arca Swiss compliant. I think this one is the Neo Air Ball, or Ball Air, or something like that. It's the Arca Swiss one. which is pretty cool because, you know, Arca Swiss, the standard itself is great because you can just interchange all your different plates with different heads. You don't have to worry about pulling them off the bottom of the camera and so on and so forth. It has the head itself, let's talk about that for a minute. It has, it's all made out of metal. This is all made out of magnesium alloy. Just to reiterate, it's not carbon fibre. So 1.5 kilograms for a magnesium alloy tripod is pretty light, to be fair. It has, it's all made out of metal at the top. The balls are made out of metal. There's a 3-way control system. So you've got a little knob on the side here, which allows you to turn it on the pan axis. Then you've got a larger knob at the side here, which allows you to move the ball around, and that goes in the directions of the ball. And then on the top, you've got another one which releases the Arca plate. Now, on this tripod head itself, what you've also got is you've got a level on the side of the Arca plate mount. So you've got a level there to tell you whether the tripod's level or not. You've got a level down here on the actual tripod body itself, which tells you whether the tripod is level. And you've also got a level on inside the knob of the plate release mount. And that is because if you put the ball head down into its position for using it in portrait mode, then your tripod is level, but your ball obviously may not be because your ball can twist about. So what it does is it allows you to get your camera exactly level inside the ball socket and keep it level with the tripod as well. So that's pretty cool. That it's a really clever idea. I quite like how they've done that. Again, like I say, you can have it up as far as you want. It all moves individually. Around the edge of the ball head as well, there are positions in degrees from 0 to 180. It's very, very clever. It's very, very clever. It's pretty easy to use. There is feet on the bottom, rubber feet on the bottom. These come off, these rubber feet, and that is because when you buy one of these, you can buy other feet that go with it as well. They do a long spike, a short spike, which looks like a sort of bullet end, and they also do like a claw type scenario, which is used for gripping into ice and that kind of thing. These locking mounts, as I say, they're very, very clever. Basically, it's just a half twist and then you pull it out. And it basically, because of the way that it's designed, I've not got particularly big hands, but I can pretty much grab all of them at the same time, and then I can unlock every single one of them and pull them out all at the same time. Pretty much get them right on the time. You can feel when it unlocks, it is a little bit, there is like a little bit of a secondary sort of click when they unlock, and then they come out and then they go back away again, and you can just do like a half turn and they're all locked and they're not going nowhere. Very, very clever. One of the other features it's got is you'll notice that this leg has a different collar on the end. This here is like sort of a ABS sort of plastic with a metal screw through it. This one here is ABS plastic to a point, and then it becomes metal again, so it's basically machined again. And that is because this leg comes off entirely. So, and you might think, why on earth would I need to take one leg off? Well, the reason you'd take this leg off is because it can be used as either a monopod by attaching the head, or you can attach a cold shoe mount to it and use this as a boom pole for a microphone, which is very, very, very handy. Very handy indeed. If you find you just need to use the monopod and you don't need to use the whole tripod itself, or you're in a position where only the monopod will fit, the tripod was too big. I don't think there is many positions where that will be with this, because it's quite a compact tripod. But that said, it's very, very, very useful. The other amazing feature of this is that this entire post will come out completely, spin it around, chuck it in upside down, and then you end up with your camera suspended upside down inside your tripod legs. And if you put them out, splay them out wide enough, as I say, it goes down to like 22 degrees. So if you splay them out wide enough, you can get your camera suspended underneath whatever it is that you're trying to take a photo of. And you're not trying to hang your tripod upside down and hang onto it and shake all the rest of it. You can just set it down, drop your tripod in, and then your camera's underneath. It's great for macro photography, that kind of thing. It's really useful. It's a really useful feature. One other thing it does come with, it comes with this little tool, and this is quite interesting. It's like a carabiner type tool affair. Excuse me. And on this carabiner type tool, which clips onto the tripod, you can clip it onto one of these sections here, like so, or into the bottom underneath on this clipping on this hole here. And basically what this has on it is it has everything you would need to use for the tripod. There is a bottle opener for when you're finished taking your photographs and you feel like you need a beer because you've been there forever. There is also a hex key on the end in order to be able to fit any of the leg attachments or screws that are on this anywhere that hex key fits them. And on the other side, something that I've been looking for probably forever since I became a photographer, is this little sort of spanner type affair, and that is so that you can take the Arca plate off and on a camera. You can take them off and you can put them on. And so that stops you from having to use like a quarter or a 10p piece or a 50p piece or carrying a little screwdriver with you or whatever it is. If I'm completely honest with you, I've been carrying a spoon around with me because it's got like a little flat end on it. And I was carrying that around with me for the past probably 2 years. I've just been doing that just to be able to take the plates on and off things, because obviously you've got things like, I've got Manfrotto plates, and then I've got other proprietary plates from other cameras such as O'Connor and so on and so forth. So yeah, absolutely amazing piece of kit. Really, really cool. Really, really clever. Very, very well made. Very, very well built. If you did get one, I can honestly say I would be very surprised if you would be disappointed by the quality and the usability of this tripod. It's an excellent piece of kit, and one that is not a particularly difficult thing to chuck in your backpack or on your backpack and find a use for. It's very, very, very good. Hope you did find this useful. Hope you found this this look at this tripod, the PUNK Corey 3-legged thing. Hope you did find it useful. If you did, please do like and subscribe below, and I will see you guys next time.